algae. Producer, consumer, decomposer. It is a producer. It's green, guys. Photosynthesis. It's a producer. So when you get to the column carnivore, herbivore, omnivore, detrivore, you need to write the word no. Okay? It's a producer. It doesn't eat anything. It makes its own food. So in the column where I ask you to tell me what kind of vor, you put an X, you put no, you draw a line through it. Let me know that you understand. It doesn't eat stuff. Is it an apex predator?
Yeah.
No. Green algae. Not an apex predator. Mushroom. Producer, consumer, decomposer. Now, producer is the only wrong answer. A mushroom is a fungus. It consumes the dead log that it grows on, or it decomposes the dead stuff it grows on. So the only acceptable answer for mushroom, you need to put it is either a consumer or a decomposer. Yes, you may. And finally, black bear. A mushroom is a fungus. It's not a plant. It's not a producer. I would accept either consumer or decomposer. Okay? And then a black bear. Consumer, and what kind of vor? Okay, carnivore. Do bears eat berries and honey and nuts?
He's an
Omnivore. A bear is an omnivore, guys. A bear will absolutely eat your cat, but it will also eat your raisin bread. Okay? So, a bear is an omnivore. And is it an apex predator?
Yes.
Sure is. Nothing eats bears. All right, we're done with that. Our next unit was interactions in ecosystems. And this was how living things interacted with one another. We start out with a matching section. 5 words, 5 blanks. I picked the 5 easiest words from this test. Predation. One organism eats another. Predation. Predator. One organism eats another.
Oh,
Predation. They're matching. They're matching. Competition. Competition is one of your vocab words. That occurs when 2 organisms try to get the same limited resources. Nope, this is competition. 2 organisms try to get the same resources. They're competing. They're trying to get the same resources. Pioneer species. Anyone remember what a pioneer species was? First thing to show up. Okay, on this one it says first organisms that live in a previously uninhabited area. If you can remember first for pioneer, you got that one right. Carrying capacity. What do you remember about carrying capacity?
Is limited? No.
Sort of. Tanner? What do you remember about carrying capacity? You can't. Today's semester review. Okay. Maximum. Carrying capacity is the maximum. Maximum number the environment can support. You can remember maximum. It's the only answer that has the word maximum in it. And then niche partitioning. This is the only one that's a little confusing. 5 words, 5 blanks. You say this one till last. You'll know where it goes. But niche partitioning is when resources are divided based on competitive advantages. So say that one till last. Do the easy ones first. Okay?
How many questions?
Then I'm not telling. Then we have a few multiple choices. What's the difference between a habitat and a niche? What was the difference? A place.
Where all the animals go, but a niche is where they live and
How they do the stuff they do. That's right. Okay, guys, the habitat is where they live. The niche is how they do the stuff they do. So the multiple choice answer for that one would be a niche describes how an organism lives within its habitat. The habitat's the place, the niche is what it does. Okay? True or false? Competition is a form of interaction. True. How does availability of resources affect a community? Here's the answer. Limited resources result in competition. Wow, the question above that was about competition. Okay? Guys, use your context clues. Okay, availability of resources results in competition. Now, here's a giveaway question. The question is, what are the possible outcomes of competitive exclusion? Holy cow, does that sound hard? There are 5 multiple choices. The last one is all of the above. Which one are you going to pick? Good job, good job. All right. which of the following factors increase a population size? I'm gonna give you your choices. You give me a thumbs up for increase, you give me a thumbs down for decrease, okay? Increase of population size, births, okay, deaths, immigration, with an I, and migration with an E. Good job, guys. Circle births and immigration, increase. Oh, and then, okay, I have a little short section on the symbiosis thing, mutual, commensal, parasite. Short section. This was two organisms live together, how they interact determines their relationship.
Like, since the third
I'm
question.
gonna ask you to circle benefit, harm, or neither, and then I'm gonna ask you to tell me which of the three, commensal, mutual, or parasite. So here are your examples. I picked simple ones. Eyelash mites in human hair follicles. Does the eyelash mite benefit, get harmed, or neither?
Neither.
It benefits, man. He's safe and warm and he gets to eat your dead skin cells. The eyelash mites are happy to be there. Your hair follicles, do they get a benefit, a harm, or neither? Neither. You didn't even know you had them until I told you. So, the mite benefits, the follicle doesn't care either way. Is that mutualism, commensalism, parasitism? Not mutual. Mutual was,
Say the word and then go.
oh, remember mutual, M is symmetrical, happy and happy. Commensal, this guy's happy, this guy's meh. Parasite, this guy's happy, this guy's not. Right, so eyelash mite's happy, hair follicle doesn't care, which one? Commensal, commensal. Try to remember, the open side of the seed, it's getting everything it needs, the closed side of the seed, doesn't care. All right, and a tick on a dog. Tick, does it get a benefit, a harm, or neither? Tick benefits. The dog, a benefit, a harm, neither? Harm. Harm, so which one is it?
See?
Parasite, you betcha. A honeybee on a flower. Honeybee, it is mutualism. But you gotta circle, does a honeybee get a benefit, a harm, neither? Does a flower get a benefit, a harm, neither?
Benefit.
Both benefits, so it is. And for mutual, good job. Population growth is based on available resources. But I gave you multiple choices for that. I didn't take it right in. I gave you multiple choices. Okay, now, what is ecological succession? Okay, succession. I am going to go back and look at my standards, which says, describe changes in ecosystems resulting from seasonal variations, climate change, and succession. So the standard says that succession causes a change in an ecosystem. Okay, so here's the question. What is an ecological succession?
Change in the ecosystem.
Well, how an ecosystem is created or rebuilt. That sounds like a change in an ecosystem. The other one, how certain organisms succeed where others become extinct. Combination of factors that determine the size. The main force that brings about stability. Those aren't changes in an ecosystem. It's A. It's gotta be A. So guys, the standards are there to try to help you. The last question, which of the following could be a pioneer species following the destruction of a marine ecosystem? Do you remember what the word marine means? What kind of water?
Salt.
Salt water. Salt water. So a marine ecosystem, salt water. Here are your four choices. Pioneer species, first one to show up in a saltwater ecosystem. Could it be oysters, algae, jellyfish, blue crabs? Algae, why?
I remember that.
Oysters are brackish. Oysters are brackish, that's not gonna work. Crabs and jellyfish need something to eat. They can't be first, they'll starve to death. Algae, just need something. All right, next section is aquatic ecosystems. Aquatic ecosystems. This is all about adaptations for living things in different types of water. First question, organisms that live in rivers are adapted to what? I live in a river. What's the water do in a river? It flows, so I'm adapted to strong currents. Okay? River is water that moves. I have to be adapted to strong currents. I gave you this table, just like last time, but this time I gave you a word bank, even though the words are in the standard. You got to tell me which of these characteristics affect the specific situation I'm telling you about. And this is your word bank. They don't. I'm trying to help y'all out. Yep, one word per blank, nothing is used twice. Alright, there's your word bank.
Oh, yeah, I remember I got 100.
And you're gonna get 100 again. So here are the questions. A tropical goby has a mouth capable of strong suction to climb waterfalls. That's geography. We're climbing a waterfall, okay? Climbing a waterfall. That's geography. Oysters live at the boundary between a river and the ocean. That's salinity. The boundary between a river, fresh, and an ocean, salt. Oysters have to live at that in between. Chemosynthetic bacteria are able to make their own food without photosynthesis. Light, guys. Chemosynthetic without photosynthesis. Photosynthesis requires light, so we use that one up. Giant tube worms withstand crushing pressure. That's depth. It's down at the bottom of the ocean. Pressure, crushing pressure at the bottom of the ocean. Fish die off when an algae bloom dies and depletes the oxygen in the water. That one's chemistry. Oxygen in the water is chemistry. Oh gosh, we only have one left. A Florida gar lives in springs where this changes very little. All right, now guys, once again, light was no photosynthesis. Chemosynthetic bacteria are able to make their own food without photosynthesis. Guys, one word per blank. Once again, if you're not sure about one, skip it, do the other ones, cross them out, and then you'll only have one answer left, and it should make sense. Okay? All right. What's the most important adaptation for organisms that live in the intertidal zone? Intertidal. Tide goes in, tide comes out. Tide goes in, tide comes out. What are those animals going to have to be adapted to? Sometimes they're underwater, sometimes they're not. They got to keep from drying out. And they got to keep intertidal. Tide goes in, tide goes out. Starfishes, sand dollars, the mudfish that I showed you the video of, hermit crabs. All those things in intertidal, they have to have an adaptation to keep from drying out. Why don't plants live in deep ocean water? There's no sun. Algae from Lake Okeechobee die when they're channeled out into the ocean. They go from the lake to the ocean because they can't stand the change in salinity. The lake is fresh water, ocean is salt water. And we're done with that section. All right, properties of water. Guys, properties of water, there are only 3 questions. Each of the questions is actually in the standard. Please read the small print standard. Tendency of water to bond to itself is called what? The tendency of water to bond to itself. Cohesion. Water can absorb or lose a large quantity of heat and show a small change in temperature. This is because water has a relatively high specific heat. Ice floats on water because it expands when it freezes. I didn't put density in one of the choices. Choices, ice floats on water because A, it's magic. B, the surface tension of the water supplies to ice. C, most solids are less dense than a liquid state. Or D, water expands when it freezes. D, water expands when it freezes. And we're done. Chemistry of life. This was our carbon-based molecules unit, chemistry of life. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, you may. Take the bathroom pass. At a yellow laminated bathroom pass that says you have to urinate and or defecate. All right, so it's a science. Chemistry of life. Which category of carbon-based molecules includes sugars and starches? Carbohydrates, sugars and starches. All right. That's coming up next. Fats, oils, and cholesterol are types of lipids. The 4 main types of carbon-based molecules include carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, and proteins. It's easy, right? An enzyme is called a catalyst because here are your choices. An enzyme is a catalyst. It helps start or speed up chemical reactions, builds muscle tissue, digests food in both plants and animals, food, or removes stubborn stains from water. A, starts or speeds up chemical reactions in living things. The longest answer is usually right. And last, enzymes are fragile. Their actions can be disrupted by changes in temperature and stomach acid. Temperature and acid. Bam, we're done with that. Cell theory.
80 questions.
Cell theory. Guys, that's why we're doing it now. You're not going to freak out when we sit you down. Cell theory. From the following list, circle 3 statements that are components of cell theory. Think, what were the 3 parts of cell theory? Pre-existing cells, there's one. Everything's made of cells. Cells, the most basic unit. Okay, guys? Cells, I said the cell is the smallest unit of life. There's one. All cells come from pre-existing. There's 2. And all living things are made of cells. There's 3. I give you 6 choices. You gotta circle the 3 that are correct. Okay? What's a scientific theory? The best explanation for what's really happening. That is a fabulous definition. On the test, the way I worded it was a proposed explanation supported by a wide range of evidence. Remember, guys, scientific theory is not a guess. Explanation. Explanation is the key. And last, what is an organism? Living thing. All right, and we're done with that. Microscopes. 2 questions on microscope. I gotta do this. 2 questions on microscopes. What type of microscope has the highest magnification? Electron. Electron microscope, guys. Okay, here are your choices. A light microscope, an electron microscope, an otoscope, or a telescope.
What is it?
Electron. What type of microscope shows true color? Light. Light microscope. Bam. And we're done. So, with microscope. Organelles and parts of cells. Guys, I picked the organelles that were the simplest and most obvious. So, what's the name of the semi-permeable barrier that allows some materials in cell membrane? Allows some materials in while keeping others out. Cell membrane. The jelly-like substance that fills the inside of a cell. The DNA of most plants and animals is housed in the
Mitochondria. Ribosomes. Cytoplasm.
DNA nucleus. DNA lives in the nucleus. DNA in the nucleus. Okay, if that you didn't know that right off, guys, write it down. DNA in the nucleus. Main difference between active and passive transport.
Active uses energy and the other one.
Good job.
That's it. Active uses energy. Cells. They're made of organelles.
She was good.
That was that ridiculous video. You watch the silly video? Cells are made of organelles. Okay, it rhymes. Cells are made of organelles. And we're done with that. Plants and photosynthesis. What are the 2 types of vascular tissue? All right, here's your choices. 2 types of vascular tissue. Is it chloroplast and chlorophyll? Is it xylem and phloem? Stoma and derma? What do you find this? Yeah, xylem and phloem. How does water get to the top of a plant? It gets pulled there by the properties of water, cohesion and adhesion. It actually says pulled there by cohesion and adhesion of water. Okay? All right. Which plant tissue, vascular, ground, or dermal, which one transports water and nutrients? Vascular. Which one protects the inside of a plant? Dermal. Protects. Guys, don't get hung up on inside. Protects. That's dermal. All right. Of the 3 major structures, roots, stems, and leaves, which one would be the trunk of a tree?
Roots.
Stem. The trunk. So I grab the stem. All right. Which of the following statements best describes photosynthesis? Is it that plants use oxygen to make sugars? Is it that plants use solar energy to make sugars? Is it that light breaks down water molecules and releases carbon dioxide? Or is it chloroplasts absorb sunlight and glucose?
C.
B. Photosynthesis, solar energy, guys. Plants use the sun. It's produce simple sugars, photosynthesis, solar energy. The main light-absorbing molecules in plant leaves are called light-absorbing molecules. Starts with a C.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Last question in plants. Chloroplast is the organelle.
doesn't say it on.
It does. So choose chlorophyll as the molecule. Okay? If you kept a plant from getting any sunlight, you would expect it to produce less of which gas? Oxygen. Remember that plants produce oxygen, guys. We need that to breathe. Remember that plants produce oxygen. All right, cellular energy is our next section. Now, guys, cellular energy. Read the standard because it talks about ATP in the standard. It talks about cellular respiration in the standard. Read the standard. Here are your questions. Before cellular respiration, glucose must be broken down by the process of glycolysis. Okay, it's glycolysis. It's the only choice that starts with gly. Okay? The part of cellular respiration which requires oxygen takes place inside the mitochondria. Which process is best represented by this equation? Sugar plus oxygen equals carbon dioxide plus water. Which process are we talking about in this section? Cellular respiration. Biology. All right, guys, I give you a chemical equation. This section is on cellular energy and cellular respiration. It must be cellular respiration. Don't choose photosynthesis. That was the section before this. Don't choose that. Okay? All of these. This is the test. I got it back from the printer. What molecule carries chemical energy? What molecule carries chemical energy? Three letters starts with an A. ATP. ATP. It's in the standard. Read the standard. Which molecule? ATP. Now, which of the following directly provides the energy needed? We're talking about the ATP wallets. So we're talking about ATP wallets. Which of the following directly provides the energy? Is it that a phosphate group is removed from ATP?
Yeah.
Is it that ADP loses a phosphate group? Is it that electrons are passed to proteins?
It's phosphate.
It's a phosphate group. Think of your ATP wallets, guys. You tore that phosphate sticky note out.
Yeah.
That's how you release the energy. Which of the following molecules in the food we eat is most commonly broken down to make ATP? Carbohydrates. You get most of your energy from carbs, guys. Remember carbohydrates. And last, how are cellular respiration and photosynthesis related? Products alone, reactions related. Big cycle. I made you draw on the thing. We're moving on to cell cycle. Oh my gosh, cell cycle.
Hey, this is our baby.
We're almost ready. What do we have? Cell cycle. During interphase, a cell grows, duplicates its organelles, and does what?
Can you say that again?
During interphase, a cell grows, makes more organelles, and does what?
Cell divide. Wait.
Interphase. What does not happen in interphase? Cell division.
Yeah.
No division. So during interphase, a cell grows, duplicates its organelles, and here are your choices. Copies its DNA, divides the nucleus, divides the cytoplasm, produces a new cell. Copies its DNA is the only thing that doesn't have cell division in it. Interphase does not have cell division in it. Why do the cells lining the stomach divide more quickly than those in the liver? Why do the cells in your stomach lining divide more quickly than the ones in your liver? Wear and tear. Wear and tear. Guys, yeah, remember your stomach, you're digesting yourself all the time, you need more constantly. In your liver, there's no moving parts. No. Why do the cells lining your stomach divide more quickly than those in the liver? More wear and tear? More wear and tear? Or not? All right. During which stage of the cell cycle? Does the cytoplasm of the cell divide? Is it gap 1, gap 2, synthesis, or mitosis?
Gap 2. Synthesis, I mean. I didn't even hear the
Cell divide. Gap 1, gap 2, synthesis. synthesis or mitosis? Mitosis.
Oh.
It's when the cell divides, it's mitosis. All right, now, what does the cell make during synthesis?
Organelles? No.
What does the cell make during synthesis? A copy of its DNA. During synthesis, it makes a copy of its DNA. Last page, has a picture on it. Before the cell can go from the gap 1 or gap 2 stage to its next stage, it must grow and pass a checkpoint. Pass a checkpoint. Gap 1 and gap 2, both of them have a checkpoint at the end. Before it can move on, it has to grow and pass a checkpoint. Gap 1, gap 2, and synthesis together make up
Mitosis.
interphase. All right, a duplicated chromosome is made up of 2 sister chromosomes. All right, now this picture here has pictures of prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. This is your PMAT right here. The first question I ask you is, what is the name of this process? What do we call the process that's PMAT? What part of the cell cycle is PMAT? Mitosis. PMAT is mitosis. Okay, this is mitosis. So you're going to tell me the name of this phase is mitosis. All right, each of these little pictures has an A, B, C, or D underneath it. And you have to put them in order. Don't write PMAT. Okay? Please don't write PMAT. Here are your pictures, and you're going to put these in order. Now, A looks like this.
That's anaphase.
That's what I would put. B looks like this. C looks like this.
That's metaphase.
And D
That's metaphase.
looks like that. Okay, you already know the answer. So, if we had to put them in order, if this was A, B, C, and D, what comes first?
B.
E. Okay, guys, it starts like this. Remember, the nucleus is still there, and all the little chromosomes there's still little X's in the
B,
nucleus.
C, A, D.
All right, so we start with B, and then we go to meta in the middle, and then anaphase pulls them apart, and then telophase makes 2 new nuclei. Okay? Here, they have little chromosomes in there like this. There's little chromosomes in there. Take the
I'm
test.
gonna pass this.
All right. Now, guys, the stage shown in part C is called
Meta.
meta in the middle. Metaphase, guys. You got to be able to write the word metaphase. Stage shown in part C, you got to be able to write metaphase. Actually, no, you don't. You have to circle B, metaphase. All right. There's not a write-in. How are the chromosomes in part B different from the chromosomes in part D?
Because that's in the whole, like, they're separated right there. And we are.
Would you say that maybe these are duplicated and these are not?
Yeah.
That would be the answer you want to circle. See, these are still X's. These are just half X's. Yeah, these are duplicated. These are not. Last question on the test. Multicellular organisms use mitosis for growth, development, and why are you not a quivering mass of broken bones and losing sores? Healing. On this it says repair. Okay? So multicellular organisms use mitosis for growth, development, and repair. And you're done.
That was like 80 questions, wasn't it?
Oh, 81 questions.